Hello and good evening. This is Doc Severson for the ReadySetCrypto OMNIA newsletter market update for Wednesday, the 24th of June. Today, some distribution. Bitcoin itself is down 3%. So far, there's about 5 hours left in the trading day before we start to print the next candle. And this big ascending triangle pattern, just a huge consolidation that we've had for so long, is in danger of actually breaking to the downside and maybe hitting one of these fibs. Now, we've talked about the potential for that to come back down to 8,000, and that actually would be a good thing from a longer term perspective. It's going to cause some major anguish and pain in the short term if that does happen. If this does set up with a lower high here, this would be a downtrend that is confirmed below 89.47. So this is a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we get back into a downtrend, right? This is a very mild downtrend, more of a consolidation than anything else. And this is the reason why we have energy on the weekly chart really building up. So from a larger time frame perspective, again, this is a good thing because it allows the weekly chart to catch its breath after a multi-week rally off the bottom. Even though we've been in this consolidation pattern for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks now, which seems like forever. On a larger time basis, this is really nothing yet. Going out to the monthly chart, hard to see, I know, but this is where we have so much energy right now at the monthly chart. And this is what's going to drive things if and when we start to get this moving. Now, on a weekly chart basis, this is where I think this is going to be actually a good thing if we pull down. If we pull down, this is going to set the hook for the higher low, and then the market is on its own at that point. If it is meant to be, then one of these fibs is going to be a launching point for the next rally, because there's going to be an amazing amount of negativity that follows the next downdraft. So if it actually does happen, there's going to be huge negativity, and the markets will climb that wall of worry if it's meant to be turned into an uptrend. You can also see this is starting to look like a inverted head and shoulders pattern. If we do set up the right shoulder, this is what's going to really kick things off, and it's going to have a neckline right around 10,000, and this is going to have a downside. Well, the upside target is about 5,000 from the tip of the head pattern up to the neckline is about 5,000. So this targets 15,000 if that hits. So you can see that dropping down in the short term is going to cause a lot of pain, but ultimately this may build the right type of sentiment to drive markets much higher. Here's a daily chart of the S&P 500. So today we are down 2.5%. So every risk on market is actually down today. And this is showing a potential lower high to transition to a downtrend. After this long rally that we've had, we may be transitioning into that same pattern, that same weekly higher low. So it's not only in cryptocurrency, it's also in the major markets. Quick look here at Ethereum. Same thing is going on. Pretty much any coin that I look at. Yesterday's Rockstar Chainlink is holding pretty steady right now. It's not surprising that it would move into consolidation with a daily chart and exhaustion. The last thing I want to watch or bring it to your attention here is the fact that implied and realized volatility have been going much lower over the last several weeks. This is bound to revert back to a higher level. So this is why we're saying lately that straddles are the way to go for this, because they're cheap right now. It's just a matter of buying the right amount of time that factors in the move without buying too much time. If you buy too much time, then it's going to be expensive and it's going to be a very sluggish trade. If you buy too little time, it'll be super responsive, but it puts a lot of pressure on you timing the move correctly. And quite honestly, nobody can really do that, because that requires you to predict the future. So if you feel it's going to happen, if you feel that we're going to have a move within the next 2 to 3 weeks, then maybe buy yourself a little bit more time than that. Give yourself time for the move without paying too much. That's it for today's report. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.